Friday Live is official. Listen, shout out to everyone out there in the world. This is Jimmy from By the Hood. This is our Friday Live show. I got my brother Corey with me as always. Corey, what's good, brother?
It's really good, man. Everything all right, man?
Yeah, everything good, man. Everything good. I ain't got no complaints, man. I see our folks are coming in. As you come in, let us know who's here. For those checking us out for the first time, possibly, whether you're watching this live or on a replay, this is our Friday Live show. We come on Friday, talk for a little bit about what we got going on, talk about some of the things we see happening in the world. We also do our weekly Bitcoin giveaway that we do every week for those maybe tuning in for the first time, or if you're watching on the replay, make sure you're here live if you are watching the replay so you can get put into our giveaway. But Corey, what's up, brother? How's your week?
I mean, it was all right, and nothing I'm gonna talk about. So we
Yeah, man. Want to send congratulations to the youngster, man. Your son graduated, with his associate's degree at 16.
Yes, he
He
did.
got his high school diploma as well as his associate's degree, which is a major accomplishment. So I want to make sure that we salute the young king and say congratulations to CJ, man. How'd that feel? Being able to see a youngster get achieve what he achieved.
It felt better for me watching him do it than for me. Like he put in
Mhm.
all the work. He did everything. All I did was, provide an environment for him to do it, and he took advantage of everything that he was ever been given.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't take no crazy amount of credit for what he's done
Mhm.
because he put in all the work. Like I could have provided him with some opportunities. He could have told me to go kiss his ass. You know what I mean? Like I seen it happen,
Mhm.
but I provided him with opportunities, and he took it full advantage of them. So,
So he's 16 now. And
yeah.
what's his associate's degree in?
Sciences. Um, so it's applied science. So basically, what it is um, he's working toward his medical degree.
Is that what his overall plan is right this minute?
Yeah, he wants to be a family physician.
Nice, man. Well, congratulations to the young brother, man. That's always good to hear, man. A youngster with a plan, and that's a major accomplishment, man. So congratulations to not only CJ but to you and your wife, because
He
y'all
got a crazy head start. He got a 2-year degree at 16.
Mhm.
Even if he got to go to med school, he'd be done by the time he's 24.
That's
Most,
crazy.
most people won't be done with med school till they about 30. He
No,
got
that's
he got a
awesome.
crazy head start.
Yeah, he on his Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Well, so congratulations to him, man. That's quite an accomplishment, man. Yo, I see the folks coming in, man. If you're here, please let us know who's here with us. Leave a comment. Do me a favor, hit the like button so this goes in front of more of our folks. You know what I'm saying? This is 7 o'clock on a Friday. It's so nice out right now. I'm looking at the sun over there, like, yo, it's nice out. So, you know what I mean? We're gonna be here for a little bit. We're going to do our Bitcoin giveaway. We're gonna, just have a conversation about what's going on in our life, man. And also today it will be the 98th birthday for El Hajj Malik El Shabazz Malcolm X, that is. So we're gonna, talk a little bit about that as well. But just checking in with the folks, man. So please let us know who is here watching with us. So we can make sure we shout you out though. But LaJoya is in the building. There's the missus right there. Jamil is here as well. What up, though?
What it
Detroit,
is though.
Michigan. Yeah. Detroit, Michigan is in the building, man. We got a number of our folks coming in. Please let us know who's here and what's going on in your life, though, man.
We could say what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
So, as far as the markets go, I had an up and down week. My forex joint closed out on me because I wasn't paying no attention to it because I was paying attention to the stuff with CJ. Um, I hit on some trades. I also got smacked in the face on the trade so damn hard that it wiped out my gains for the week. So it literally wiped out all my gains. Plus I'm down 1,000.
Sheesh.
One trade because I didn't manage it. It's still open though because the trade is until January, but I got 8 months on the joint. It's just
Mm.
right now this joint getting
So,
it's getting a club sandwich.
yeah, I'm doing an excellent job over the last couple weeks. I'm not going to say overall because, what I'm saying, we all make mistakes. But I'm doing a great job of just putting the phone down and getting away from the market. So I killed it this week on our weekly trade, right? SMH, which came from the MDC Sunday class. Um, Made a killing on that. I think I hit for close to 50%, ran the bag up all crazy. Um, then Thursday, I took that bread and I bought a T-bill and put the phone down. Haven't looked. Just haven't even looked. I didn't even look at the market today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my bread and now I'm on to next week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing a great job of that because every time that you do something, whether win or lose, you be like, I need to go back and get some more. That greed monster
I
is a
ain't even, what's crazy is I smacked the banks all in the face. The banks was running this week, and I hit um SMH, and I got a part of that Netflix. I ain't catch that crazy jump. I caught I caught 25% of that.
yo.
And I
Shout out to
ain't,
everybody in the MDC who was in the Discord, who hit Netflix, they hit UPS, they smacked a couple things. They hit the SMH, so
the
folks was
Alibaba.
yeah, Alibaba, they hit that as well. For everybody that's coming aboard, I see more folks coming in. Do me a favor, let us know who's here. Hit the like button so this goes out because they've been suppressing our stuff lately, man. So we gotta make sure we hit the like button. It's the funny thing is, especially like with our headline today's show being what it is, I already know what's about to happen to the algos. You know what I mean? Like I know what it is, man.
Yeah,
I already know what it is.
you start talking about anything that has to do with the the honorable. Uh, you know, I
Oh
just
man.
yeah, I don't even want to talk, man.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Hey, James, man, appreciate that comment. Much love to you, brother. You know what I mean? We love you back, man. And appreciate the great comment, man. It's nothing but love. Rochelle is in the building. Rochelle, appreciate you. You already know how we feel about you, your family. So thank you so much for the comments, man, and thank you for everybody for always like showing us love. Like I said, we're gonna be here shortly. Have a conversation about the brother Malcolm, and we're gonna do our Bitcoin giveaway. Corey, man, how's it feel to have the family, back from Texas in the crib, man? How's the family? They giving you energy, or zapping your energy? Which one is it?
It's both, right? Because I'm energized because I love being around my children, but they
Mm-hmm.
also emotionally draining because they haven't seen me, and so they trying to show me love. And I got a short, small emotional battery. I got a very very small emotional slash what I mean, like social battery. Like I ain't really emotional or social.
Hey
Like,
man, listen, man.
and I
Shout out
got
to you,
and I
King,
got
man.
10. I got
Especially shout out to my
10.
guy Charlie, man. Charlie's my guy, man. Shout out to Charlie, man. Charlie is the ball.
Listen, he might come barging in this joint in a minute. So just if you hear something, sound like horses, horses trampling trampling through. That's my young boy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, man.
that's
And
my
for those just checking in, man, we talked about it a little earlier. I'm gonna repeat it again because I'm like proud of the brother as well. CJ, Corey's oldest, at 16 years of age, just graduated with his associate's degree and getting ready to go for his bachelor's degree at 16. Like, I think that's a major accomplishment. I'm proud. Sorry, I can only know how my brother Corey feels, man,
yeah
and I can't wait to see what he does in the future, man. So,
yeah.
everybody out there, man, make sure y'all show love to Corey, man, because
You
him
know,
and, him and his wife, man, because like I said, it's an accomplishment for the whole family. They provided the infrastructure to allow him to achieve that, and he's still going. So, I think that's just amazing to point out, man. That's just dope. It's so
yeah.
dope. Yeah, man. LaJoya said she prepped dinner tonight, man. So you got dinner. You know what I mean? Like that's what's up, man. And Jamil says congratulations to CJ and the camp. And
Appreciate that, Jamil.
wow, yeah, man, it's a dope accomplishment, man. So you want to make
Yeah.
sure you look
I
together.
can't tell you. I can tell you what I was doing at 16. I was playing ball and I was playing catch a girl, get a girl.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I was sitting there thinking about that. The 16, like, I just wasn't where he is, but he's always been
I was
intelligent.
yeah, I wasn't emotionally equipped.
Yo,
I
he's
wasn't
always
emotionally equipped for the life that he got. I couldn't do it.
listen. He might be the most mature young boy I know, though. Like he's very mature, very very articulate, very smart. You know what I'm saying? So that's who he is. So Rochelle says congratulations. He about to do great things. Good dad. Yeah, appreciate all the great compliments. Congratulations, CJ and LaJoy. Yeah, man. So Can't wait to see. 16, I was making $4.25 an hour. Man, you and me both. We probably about the same age then, dog. I remember that $4.25 an hour.
I
Shout
never
out.
made 425 and I made 515 an hour.
I made $4.25 an hour working for AMC. You know what I'm saying? But I had, we figured out ways
They
to.
raised the minimum wage before I got my first job. I was getting 515.
Dog, I was getting 4.25 and worked at AMC, and I found different ways to extract value. Let's just use that vocabulary.
Yeah, we're going
but,
extract the value.
but I learned a lot though. You know what I'm saying? Cameras in the building. What's up, young king?
Young King, you right behind him. You right there.
Let's get it. Let's get
it.
it.
Get your graduation, you know what I mean, and get to you be everywhere, young boy. You be doing it all.
Yeah.
So I'm proud of you also, Cameron.
And Joy says thank you to everybody as well, man. So with that being said, though, man, like I said, we're not gonna be here long. We want to do our giveaway in a little bit, so if you are here, you're lucky because you got a better chance of winning for those that aren't here.
But let's talk about our our great ancestor, Malcolm.
Absolutely. So I was going to set the table just by asking you a basic question, right? Today would have been yo, Jamil as well. He said 16. He was in Penn State. We got you. And Cameron says, thank you all. Much love back. Much love back, young king. He said, my G getting those free movies and popcorn. All right, but listen, man, I'm gonna set the table just by asking you a very, very just simple question. And like I said, today would have been his 98th birthday. What does Malcolm X mean to you?
He was the definition of once you know better, you do better, right? So what he means for me is, he never let anybody else define him. Like once he got new information, he one of those people who actually changed with new information. And there's not very many people in the history of the world who have done it.
I agree.
And so what he means to me is he's the epitome of if you don't know me today, you didn't know me at all. You know what I mean? Like my man changed with new information. You could have had a conversation with him yesterday and then he get new information and then tomorrow and then he would have got called all kinds of hypocrites and like that's the other thing, man.
I was going to ask you that before you even get into that because most people in the world they practice what I call the Slim Charles theory. If you remember
on that hill.
You remember The Wire? Slim Charles was telling Avon, man, he was like, "Look," he said, "if it's a lie, we fight on that lie, right? So you get new information. It don't matter. Once you win, and that's what we're gonna do." So shout out to Slim Charles. But I was getting ready to ask you that. Could he exist in 2023 with the way the world is?
No,
right?
No, absolutely not.
He didn't even think about it.
No, because listen, man. We be putting good people out the pasture because they disagree with our sensibilities and morality. Man, listen, man. I seen people that was flat out criminals in their teens. Right now, you could trust them with your kids and to make sure that your kids are the safest because they actually been through things. You know what I mean? Like I know people who was absolutely goody two shoes all the way through their childhood, and then they wait till they're adults to try to become gangsters. Mm-hmm. So you don't know that person either. They might have been a straight A student in school, and then they became a gangster when they got to college, or they got in the street and they got around a crowd that made them feel like they needed to be gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean, like you only know people for where my grandmother used to say, you treat people the way you met them. You know what I mean? And so you got to be very careful about treating people the way you meet them. You know what I mean? So I try not to let my first impression be the only impression.
Understood. GC, what's good, GC? Cookies in the building as well as GC.
Because that's so basically when I talk about Malcolm, that's what I think about. Don't let my first impression be the only impression. If I can help it.
So for those watching, do me a favor, please hit the like button. But that's all great stuff, man. And I think about that often. Like, would certain people be allowed to exist with kind of the rules and how we operate in 2023? Then it makes me think about what are we missing out on because we're silencing so many folks. One of the things I try to be careful with personally is not like operating or living in an echo chamber. So sometimes I go like in different spaces where I know people disagree with the way I see the world, but I love to do that because that's the way I grow and learn, hearing different perspectives. You know what I mean? Like I don't
You
like
also
people
do
that are,
data analysis, so you know most people is fraud. So that's
yeah.
another thing that helps you not be. You do a couple things that keep the weirdos and the crazies from overrunning you. You
Mm-hmm.
read, you read,
Mm-hmm.
you read voraciously.
Mm-hmm.
You do data science,
Mm-hmm.
and you also have like a level temperament when it comes to most of the things, where you have a temperament where if that person doesn't really you know present anything to your life, you just ignore them.
Yo, because I think about things at times, right? And I think about how like this week I wasn't online a lot for a lot of reasons, right? For one, every time I go in there, it's like it's just a lot of evil this week going on in the world, right? But another thing is people get so upset over stuff that really has no effect on their life.
At all.
And I sit and think about people get so upset. And then I was outside a lot this week, like handling certain things. And then sometimes, right, I'm on Twitter a lot. So sometimes I'm on Twitter and you see like from the relationship podcast, black men and women going at each other's necks. Then you see like the Democrats and Republicans beefing. You see within the black community, the quote unquote hotel community, they cutting at each other because my way is right, your way. It's like all this conflict, and people are so angry. And then I go out in the real world, and it's like, yo, none of that exists. It's like online is its own world, and it's these little boxes where like everybody's angry and arguing and going back and forth. And it's like I go outside and like in the real world, it's like, yo, that don't even exist.
Like the thing about it, man, like a lot of people like verbal confrontation, but they don't want actual confrontation, like confronting the problems at their source and trying to actually solve shit.
Yeah.
So I think like a lot of people, people come at me, they come at me sideways a lot because of the way I say things, not because of what I say, but
Mm-hmm.
because of the way I say things. And for the most part, the question I have for them is, what are you going to do about it, and what can you do about it? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like not, and I'm not talking about to me. I'm talking about whatever the issue is. We're talking like, what are you going to do about it? Like, if I'm talking, most of the time, I'm talking about an issue that pertains to the black community. And so, if we're not talking about that, first of all, we don't have anything in common because I love black people more than I love anything in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's not how you feel, me and you don't have anything in common. That's the first thing. And so that eliminates 95% of people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to have no conversations with them because I know me and them ain't on the same level.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is a lot of the times their arguments are so filled with holes and they don't mean anything to me. Like they don't add any value to my life. If you bring me an argument that adds value to my life, like then I'll respond to you. Most of the time when people say stuff on my post, unless they just being talking down in black men or women, like if you notice, I don't do no relationship posts.
Hey, listen, man, y'all gotta defund these relationship podcasts. They gotta be defunded because they be wilding. Facts. I walk outside and don't hear nothing about. Yo, that's how it is. GC, like, yo, you be online and you like, yo, the whole world is fighting and everybody going at each other. And you go outside like, yo, don't none of this exists out here. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how it is. Thanks, Rochelle. Appreciate that. Everybody's super bold online, but not actually doing anything in real life to reflect their beliefs in the world. This is true too, man.
Yeah.
Everybody quick to ask, like, why is such and such doing this? But then you ask them, what are they doing?
What did you do?
Yeah,
What
that's
have you done?
they're not involved in no community work, no politics, no business for real. Just nobody's rambling online who don't even know how to influence their own community. The GC on fire tonight.
I
You ain't
mean,
out, bro.
listen,
Oh man, Kenneth.
appreciate you, bro.
Listen, appreciate that. And you already know how the algorithm does. Like when we put Brother Malcolm on, I already knew what it was. I knew we were going to get a lower response than our general show on Friday. I know what it is, but that's the ancestor, somebody we always talk to and go back to. But Kenneth, we appreciate you. Listen, man, we appreciate all the
It's
love y'all get.
nothing
Thank
but
you.
love, man. We
Yeah, thanks
appreciate
for the super
everybody.
chat, man.
We always got to talk about the people who help,
Who helped
help
shape
us
us, man?
yeah, who help
And
help us do the things we do, right? So that's why we always give love to the community, right? The reason we are able to do as much as we do is because the community helps us to do those things. They expect us to do those things because when they call upon us to do them, we do them. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
when somebody says we got something for the kids, we doing something for the kids, we show our asses up and we do whatever we need to do. And there's never any, you know, conflicts or whatever. You know what I mean? Like sometimes y'all might invite us to adult themed things and we might not make it. But if you make it about the kids, we gonna make it our business.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, and not to say that those adult themed things are important because building relationships is important. Like relationships are their own currency. But the we're our mission is to build children,
And you
right?
know what else though? And what I'm getting ready to say gonna sound crazy. One of the reasons I like doing events for the youth or the community is when you really in the trenches or you're doing stuff for the kids. It ain't about the gram. I go to some of these adult events, dog. All they want to do is sit around and take pictures. Like it's like, yo, like what work are we doing? Y'all just want to get together
They
and
just want to be in the presence of somebody
yo,
who cares about them.
you just want to get kids just want to have conversations. It ain't about like, yo, let's pick up and all. Like I go to some of these adult events, dog, and all they want to do is they want to take pictures, man. But shout out to them though. There's no disrespect. Let's I
No,
love everybody,
no
man.
disrespect to them. They just again, my vibe is again, I've been taught by the greatest, been taught by the best. You know, what they had in common was they all stayed mission focused, right? And their
Mm-hmm.
mission was to improve the lights,
Yeah, Rochelle, that's no shots at you. She said, "Don't come for me." Listen,
improve the lives of black folks, man.
listen,
That was their mission.
Rochelle. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, brother. I just want to tell Rochelle that's not coming for you because again, we take pics. Like I enjoy capturing moments as well as anybody, but what I'm telling you is I've been to some events, yo, and that's
Oh,
all there.
yeah.
I went to an event, and I ain't naming no names. It was out of town, and it was a lot of quote unquote people from the internet, and everything was about, yo, let's go live, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, so it's not that we don't take pictures, we like that, but some stuff, man, just be like, that's all they're there for. They be having folks following them, like it's just a whole different.
We take pics because people will
Peace,
tell us
peace, peace.
pics or it don't matter, right? Pics or it didn't happen, right? So we're not taking pictures because we want to we trying to floss for the gram or do this and that, but we want to journal our work, right? So that people can follow us and do what we do, right? We get a lot of inboxes from people all over the country trying to emulate what we've done and what we're continuing to do,
Yeah, and
right? And that's
shout out
because
to the
we
sister in
we we
Oklahoma City because we
we,
doing
we
this
show our
together.
work, right? Like a lot of people will show you the trades they made. A lot of people will show you that they made $1 million online selling coochie or whatever the hell they sell.
Whoa,
But
whoa.
people sell everything. You
Anyway.
know, people out here selling whatever they sell, right? But what we out here doing is we show them that we're building community, right? We we rarely, if ever, put a black person's name in the same vein as you know as something terrible, and only when that person has proven over and over again that they're not trustworthy do we even mention their name in that vein. So we gotta be very, very careful about who we listen to, right? And it's not because about money, it's about what I mean, what kind of energy, right, are you bringing around yourself, right? When I was just talking to my colleague, another black teacher, another black male teacher, and we were talking about what's the most important thing when trying to build a child as far as education. He went to all these educational things, and I just had to stop him. I'm like, none of that stuff matters if the environment isn't right for them to learn. None of it matters. The most important thing when it comes to education, if you're listening to me and you have kids, the very most important thing for your child in any situation where you want them to learn anything is environment. It's not the teachers, it's not the other students, it's the total overall environment. Are people aligned? Is the class size small enough for them to learn? Are your goals aligned with the school's goals? Or is the school going to provide them with a safe learning environment, right? And it's not safe just physically, but safe intellectually It's where they can expand on and build ideas. Like that is the kind of environment that you need to learn. Teachers all learn the same stuff, no matter what school they go to, whether they got a degree from Harvard or they got one from the middle of nowhere, Nebraska. We all learn the same junk. So the thing about it is are we providing safe environments for kids to go to school? The reason why these the others have a better education system because the educational system makes sure they have proper environments to learn. The reason why the kids in Japan and the kids in Sweden are ahead of kids in America is because they have proper environments to learn. They teach culture first, right? The thing about it, where we don't control our own education, we don't teach culture first, which is why what we're doing with Sankofa is important because they teach culture first. The reason why these kids are going to learn and they're going to succeed is because they teach culture first. If you don't teach culture, your kid's not going to learn on the right level. The reason why my son excelled is because of the culture that me and my wife provided for him at home. It's not because he's smarter than these other kids. It's because he was put into an environment where he could thrive. He's not smarter than these. I'm in the streets. I'm in the trenches with these other kids. My son's not smarter than them. He's as smart as any of them, but he's not smarter than them. What he has is an environment that allows him to learn, and they're not getting that full environment where they go, wherever we're in these schools. And so environment is everything when you're trying to learn.
Okay. I mean, listen, I was letting you go because that's important. So my question to you is, what do we do about that? What's the solution, right?
To control our own, right? And so, part of what we do here is we control the narrative, right? The reason why we're not a nonprofit is because nonprofits don't control their own narrative, right? So we have to control the narrative of how our education looks, right? And so as parents, we got to put our kids in front of people and around people that's going to help them learn and grow. You can't have your kids around a bunch of hooligans and expect them to come out like, not a hooligan, right? You can't have your kids around a bunch of drugs, sex, and violence and not have them be, taking drugs, being sexual, and being violent. My kids have never seen me drink. They have never seen me get drunk. And I used to own a bar. My kids have never seen me drink or get drunk. My kids have never seen me take any kind of drugs. And so it's the environment that I provide. So all of this, nature versus nurture, none of it means anything if the environment is ass. Like you can nurture, you could try to nurture a bird and a damn fox, and you know what I mean. You try to a hen and a fox in a fox nest, the hen gonna die, right? Who was it? I forget who it was. It was one of my aunts that told me. She was like, just because something can grow in the desert doesn't mean it should. You know what I mean? Like just because a plant can thrive in a desert doesn't mean it should.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what it mean when she told me that, but that's a phrase that always stick me. What's that plant that grows in the desert? What's the prickly one?
What are you talking about? Somebody answer it.
What's the plant that grows in the desert?
The green John with the little
I forget the name of the plant, but she said, just because that grows in the desert doesn't mean it should. You know what I mean? Like just because it can doesn't a cactus. Yeah. Like just because plants grow in the desert doesn't mean they should. Like plants aren't meant to grow in the desert. And so what she was talking about was environment though. You know what I mean? Like environment is everything. Environment is everything. A plant can grow. So basically, if you're not a cactus, you don't survive. Right? If your environment's a desert, the only thing that can survive a cactus is if everything else dies. So do we need all our kids to be cactuses, or should we all or should we create an environment where most plants can grow? You know what I mean? Like, and so that was the gist of what she was trying to get at with me. And so that always stuck with me when I was thinking about education. When I think about how I provide education, the first thing you got to provide is a safe environment. And Brother Malcolm was getting back to what we were talking about. With
I'm about to say, I don't know how we talking about people taking pictures in Korea.
Right, because I started to snap off like things. Yeah, but
listen though,
he provided those kind of environments.
let me bring it back though, right? Because what we were talking about is sometimes those environments where folks just want to do things. And I saw GC said, "Yo, snap a photo of me after I put a mask on." So Chassie said, "My picture with the camps is priceless." Chaz, like I said, it's not about not taking them, but it's like the whole time y'all were together, y'all weren't constantly sitting there going live, going back. You know what I mean? Like y'all flicked it up, but there's nothing wrong with that. Yo, Jamil, yo. Talking about Corey's comment. He said, ticker symbol cooch. Yo, Noah says Corey just wilding so eloquently. Slid that in about sales and kept it going. Yeah, we heard them. They made $1 million online. You know what I mean? With the yada. All right, so the community is so dope. Thank y'all for sharing the space with us. Listen, thank you for being a part of our. We definitely appreciate you. So facts. Also, the child's learning style. Most of my son's grade school teachers weren't equipped to educate him. That's interesting you say that, Don. I was talking with someone about that earlier, like how like learning styles are different for different people. And I wonder, just like when I was a kid, I don't remember people even having a conversation about learning styles. So I wonder how many people were negatively affected by that not being a thing in education.
I think that's overdone.
You do.
I do, because I mean, again, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do know that it's a thing, though. I know.
No, I think there is there. I'm definitely a specific type of learner, but I think that's a touch overdone. Not saying that it doesn't exist and it doesn't count, but I think it's a little bit overdone.
I've seen people who were switching to places that were more of their learning style, and they thrive where they didn't thrive in other places.
The learning style is not as important as the environment.
Oh, no, but no one's comparing the two. I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is, like, you can like, I'll give you an example. Military, they got one learning style. Military, right? But it's the environment that they create where most people get it. So what I'm saying to you is that the environment trumps all of that.
Yeah,
so
but
learning style is super important.
But you're looking at it as a comparison between the two, and it's not a comparison. It's not saying that the learning style is in competition with the environment. It's saying that it is a thing.
No, it's definitely a thing, right? Because I have 2 children that are on the spectrum, right? And so I get it. Like learning styles are super important, right? Because some people are like in your face people, and some people are, they need repetition. Some people need, visuals. And so all of these things are part of it, right? But for me, I think that's a little bit overblown, right? And again, just being in the classroom, right? If you show, kids will learn if they feel safe, no matter what the learning style, the learning, whatever style you're teaching it in. Like you'll get across because kids need to know that you care before they care what you know. You know what I mean? And
but
so
again, the way I interpret it is not about comparison. It's about it actually being a thing, though, because I have seen
it is 100%.
I have seen people where they recognize, okay, they don't learn this way. To give you an example, they're more of a visual learner, and you start to add that into how they're being educated, and now they're flourishing when before they weren't flourishing. Also, what's interesting when you were breaking down the whole idea of environment and who you're around and all these things, what I was sitting there thinking about is we're talking about the youth as you do that, but that also applies to adults and everyone, right?
It applies to your social media.
Because
it applies to everything.
Because you tend to become who you're around, right? So if you're around people that are talking about, X all day, then more than likely you're going to talk about X. If you're around people that talk about sports all day long, more than likely you're going to talk about sports all day. So you become who you're around. So that applies to them too. But even with adults, right, talking about learning styles and culture, that matters as well. So
it does. All of these things matter, but the learning style is not like when people buy things and they buy programs and they're not buying the programs and all of this. They're buying people.
No, understood.
So back to what I was talking to is about environment, right? They buying from something or someone they feel safe buying from, right?
Or someone that can speak and see this about learning style is important too, right? Because sometimes it's about
speak to okay, I see what you mean.
Because I'm also listen, we have a membership group that we have ourselves, but I buy other people's courses and stuff. And some of the stuff I just throw away because it's like, yo, you're not speaking in a language I can understand, or I'm not vibing with that, because you have to, really break things down to a way that makes sense to me. So Chastity says, changing my daughter's environment, maybe homeschool her for this very reason. So homeschool, I see a lot of people that are homeschooling kids now. So Daniel says, yeah, the cactus. We got the cactus. Jamil, Jose, shout out to y'all. Thanks for the answer. So Dawn says, I had to reteach him when he was younger after I got his lessons from the day. He sees everything in animation. So I had to show him how to maximize his way of seeing the world and draw his notes. He excelled when he started doing that. Even though he was in school for artistic souls, I had to teach him myself. Sometimes that's what it's about. And it's interesting.
That's love.
It's interesting though what you say, Dawn, right? Because even with the work that we do at our camps and some of the stuff that we do in the community teaching the kids, one of the things that I struggle with, just being transparent, is our best and brightest students are the ones whose parents are involved. Yep. So we have workbooks, we have all these different things. Even with our work with Sankofa, there are parents that send me emails like, hey, I just rewatched today's lesson. Let me ask you about bang, bang, bang. And those are generally the brightest kids, right? But sometimes, Corey and I have had folks who come to our camp, especially when we had it live. Parents basically are dropping them off as like daycare. They don't feed them. They don't do any of these things. And it's like, it kind of like breaks my heart. But it's also a situation where you can see just how involved the parent is by how their kids gravitate towards it. So shout out to you for that, because that's important. Some people really believe like, yo, when it comes to schooling, I drop my kid off. That's their teacher's job. Like, I ain't got no part in this.
That's crazy.
People feel that way, bro. And it's sad, but hey, go get that money. Go get that real estate money. I heard that. Keep it moving. What's really good? What's really good? More Black folks need to be educated to get in power and put more of us on, right? So we're talking about Malcolm. I'm going to bring up what you just said. So dumbing us down is an interesting look at the education system and its actual purpose. Michelle, because that's coming from Michelle, I'm assuming that's a book. I haven't read that book. Michelle, let me know if that's a book. Let me know if it's on Audible, or can I get the Kindle? Where can I get it? Because, I take all Michelle's book recommendations because we tend to like the same things. So yeah, if that is a book, let me know. Excuse me, but I do want to say this. Right, today we're talking about Brother Malcolm, one of our inspirations, who would have been 98 years old today. And I want to give you this quote from Malcolm, since this is kind of where our conversation went to. Education is the passport to the future, right? For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. That's one of his more popular quotes. Education is a passport to the future, right? So old Hayes to tell me all the time. I used to laugh when I was younger. He'd be like, how you doing, man? I'm like, cool. Old head around my way. He'd be like, hey man, don't let school get in the way of education. And I used to laugh, but I understand now what he meant by that, right? So when we say education, it's not just schooling. Education is everything. You should be learning every day. You should be getting information every day. All right, appreciate that, Michelle. It's a book. I'm gonna grab that. This system is only going to educate you enough so you can get a job and pay taxes.
That's what I mean. That's what the system was built for.
So the thing about that is that's true, right? But if you have the knowledge that that's what it's going, then you can kind of combat that. I believe in a lot of what Thurgood Marshall says. Speaking of Malcolm, because Thurgood and Malcolm used to beef, just because of a difference of opinion. And one of Thurgood's thing was like, yo, I'm gonna get within the system and bring other folks up and work within the system. And Malcolm was like, yo, tear the whole thing down, right? Not that either one of them, they both got their own point. Like both of them have valid points. But if you have that information that this is all the system will give you, then you can operate a little bit different with the information. Shout out to our brother Don Johnson, man, because Don always talks about how to build wealth, like understanding that you're in that system and you still build wealth with it. So Michelle says, Diamond Dave had a great eye-opening video on education and how they aren't going to educate you to the point you leave their system. Listen, Diamond Dave is a genius, and his videos always make you think about things different. But, partly that's true, right? We talk about systems, all right? So, Dan, what's up, Dan? I don't know if you guys are aware of a gentleman by the name of Marcus Klein out of Chicago. Absolutely.
Yep, we're definitely aware of Marcus.
He has a school where he teaches young Black children. I started using some of his concepts here at home. One of the things that he does that I like is he has the children learning all the countries in their capitals. My boys and I know all the 54 countries and capitals in Africa. Yo, Crazy. I know most of my African countries because of Stetsasonic, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they said that song. Soweto, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Zambia, Mozambique, and Botswana. Anyway, let us speak about
our music. Our music used to teach, bruh.
Yo, I learned about African countries through Stetsasonic. I don't know if I can get that these days through any of
No,
the music that's out there.
It's not available.
Yo, man, shout out to Chef G, man. I'm gonna talk about Chef G in a second. Don, I just was talking about you, man. I was just giving you your flowers when you're not even here, good brother. But Don is our guy. What's good, Don? But yo, I saw that Chef G story, and I ain't gonna lie, I like some of Chef G music, man. It's part of, you know, you gotta get your little ratchet taste, you know what I'm saying? Little drill music.
I don't even know who that dude is.
All right, so Chef G is a drill rapper out of Brooklyn, man. You know, No Suburban was one of the songs that I liked of his back in the day. But he got caught up in a RICO. Everybody getting smacked with RICOs these days, right? But when I read that story, yo, I got kind of like upset. I laughed a little, but I got upset that him and his team was calling hits and all kinds of stuff, and they was doing it in Pig Latin because they didn't think that the And listen, I am not laughing at nobody's misfortune.
Yo, I saw this. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Yo, I was like dumbfounded by that story. Like, I'm laughing at how like it was dumbfounding. Like, how what? Like, dude.
My whole comment is this, bro. It's the same thing I say about like Ja Morant. I don't even criticize none of these young boys. I say, yo, we just gotta do better. Yo, Emilio Sparks had that line back in the day, man, where he said, look, I don't even blame you, I blame your old heads. A lot of the stuff these young boys do out here, man, it's our fault.
It is.
Yo, it's our fault.
I cannot tell a lie. Like,
it's our fault.
I got better at that over time, which is part of the reason why I became a teacher, right? Like, we were just having a conversation about one of my young boys, man, who got taken from us, man. He got clapped off his earth. Like, he was into some heavy stuff, and I was helping him, you know, decouple his life from that, and he just could not get out, man. He just couldn't get out. Man, and I'm not gonna list all of the reasons why he couldn't get out. But you know, part of my mission is when I see a young man like that young man was me, man. I was out here in these streets, dumb heavy. I was doing dumb, crazy stuff. And I had old heads that guided me through the process. Like, yo, don't step on that landmine. It's a landmine right there. Don't step on it. You know what I mean? Like, don't do, like, these are things that you avoid. The cops do sweeps during these times. Like, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, they keep it, you know, I had old heads that looked out for me. And so part of the reason why I started becoming a teacher is because I wanted to be an old head to the young boy.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to be an old head. Like, look, I know where your life is headed, and these are the things you could do to not have it head that way. And you know, like, he wasn't able to beat that, but I definitely, you know, I'm gonna tell you like this, and, you know, this is personal. I'm gonna get. I spent more time over the last month crying than I have with not crying, and over, you know. Because one of the things I won't allow myself to do is to become desensitized to death, right? Mm-hmm. Like, when people mean something to me, I want to make sure that I feel it. Like, I don't want to just like put it like off to the side and not think about it. No, I want to feel that, because that's one of the things that drives me to do the things that I do, right? You know, the thing that changed that helped to drive me away from the crazy stuff I was doing is because my grandmother passed away. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, another thing, you know what I mean? So, like, I want those things to mean something to me, right? Because when you start getting too desensitized to death, like, damn, you know, like the boys say, people die every day, B. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get into that thought process, that mindset, even
because you value people's life, and I think that it's important to value people's life. Man, rest in power to the young man. You know, one of the saddest things I had happened is I remember me and you went to some school. I don't even remember what school it was at this point, but we asked the kids, like, raise your hand if you know someone immediately that you personally know someone that died from gun violence. And literally every
single person.
I was sitting there like, wow. You know what I mean? Like,
there was not one person.
And these, I think, were middle schoolers or something like that.
Yeah, they were like 13.
Yeah, so
I mean, 13.
So
every one of them had experienced gun violence.
Yeah, so more work has to get done, man. But rest in power to that young man.
Yeah, man.
Sad story, man. But like I
It's
said,
on us, man. It's back to the point is, Brother Malcolm understood that it's on us, and we have to do better. And so to commemorate his memory on his day, you know what I mean, on the great prophet's day, we want to implore you to do, more. You know what I mean? Like, not more for us, but more for the people that you love and for the people around you.
yeah,
To do the things that's going, create community and build those things, man.
yeah.
And not get caught up in the BS. Jimmy is watching the most ratchet stuff that I've ever seen in my life, but I know the kind of work that he do, so it don't bother me.
Listen, man. Listen, I do. I'm guilty of that, man. It's my guilty pleasure. But at the end of the day, though, I understand that it's just entertainment, man. But I do want to say, man, that it's important for all of us to do what we can do, even if that's just helping one person, man, is to get out there and be of service. And I want to make sure I spread that message on the Ancestors Day. But I think someone is building a great Afrocentric school for boys in Philly. Looking forward to it.
We got a couple here. We got Sankofa. We got oh man, what's the name of the joint? Imhotep. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Will you give insight of TikTok ban in Montana, exactly how they shut down access? I heard they were doing that in the state, and I saw that the kids and people were rebelling. So I'm interested to see how that plays out, because I feel like, I saw kids like getting VPNs and people talking about moving. Like, TikTok got him, yo. Like, it's got him. Dan said he's guilty. Why Pig Latin? Yo, day. That's all I could say. Like, straight up. Like, I will never forget my first volunteer experience in college. A 7-year-old asked if I had a mom because hers was, oh my God. Ouch.
Yeah, that's nuts. I don't know if I can live through that. Like,
first of all, Michelle, that's in Delaware. The FDMG Academy building is in Delaware, not in Philly. Yeah. So I'm just gonna let you know that. So I was trying to be funny talking about principal. Listen, man, not too much on Umar, man, because Umar is one of the top 5 comedians of all time.
I will tell you this: I agree with more than I disagree with what he said, and you could take that how you want to. But Umar,
like his comments on bunny hopping. No, I'm joking, but here's what I'll say.
You already know how I feel about that.
Here's what I'll say about forget the online persona. One thing I will always do is vouch for the work that he actually does
with black boys,
because I know people personally whose kids he helped that they were trying to put in these programs.
This is why you would never hear me say
that. So I try not to, but again, his online persona is what it is because he does.
He got to get paid.
He's a walking meme.
Got to get paid, and he will say what he got to say to get paid.
Yo, he's a walking meme. He's literally a walking meme.
He's a walking. He's what Brother Malcolm would look like now. You know what I mean? Like, because he's really actually in the streets doing work.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people make fun of him. What did you do? Like, I know he does work because I've been in place. He's not the greatest father in the world. I know some people who will say that about him, and he's not. He's some people to say he's not to be believed. But I know there are black families that this man has helped, that he has helped keep together. That little black boys that had nowhere to go, where he gave them a place to go, where he was able to help them and their family. So you could talk all this mess about all these other people, but that brother actually got in the trenches and did the work.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it, but I do understand that. Also, what I also understand is he's also not stupid. So he understands how to use social media to get himself attention, right? So he's not a dumb brother either. But I do find, listen, what Michelle said is not a lie. That no context Twitter feed is pure gold. It's pure gold,
Yo, my man, funny as hell.
Yo, and Don said I do seem to agree with him. He just got over his head with the school. First of all, we got to call it by its proper name. It's the FDMG Academy. I ain't gonna lie though, that one video he had a couple weeks ago, he had the FDMG jacket on. That jacket was dumb fire.
It was.
Yeah, but he be doing too bad. It's my guy though, man. Listen, man, not too much on Umar. After all the millions that school still ain't functioning though, all the education and stuff, cool, but ain't no excuse for that school problem.
First of all, there were no millions. That's first thing. Second thing is, he was trying to do it without establishment money because he didn't want to be beholden to the establishment, which I fully understand. And 3,
listen, What I will say is the people believe that he raised a certain number that he ain't raised, but because there's other folks out here in the street that actually did raise money from our folks, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
The number that they were giving you and the number he actually raised is not the same.
But
he didn't raise as much money as was purported.
But we gotta respect his comedy game, man. The brother is pure comedy. But what I will say is he does do work, right? So I'm not gonna slander the brother, man, but I still find it funny though. I
am not, and I'm not. He is not a perfect man. Don't get me on here trying to. Man, don't get me on here talking about how
none of us are. None of us are, man. We all out here trying our best, man. None of us.
I would tell you this: if you knew my history, you might. I'm just saying, like.
I see now, Jamil trying really. Have you been to the hidden history? I heard it's an Airbnb now. I don't know how true that is. Because I know that, that's the thing about like YouTube, dog. I be on YouTube, right? So, and Jamil knows this. Jamil is just as much on YouTube as me. YouTube, in the quote unquote conscious community, y'all, they some of the nasties. They be clapping at each other like crazy. And I'm like, y'all supposed to be the ones giving us the information and educating us, and y'all just be clapping at each other. So I don't know what's going on with that museum, but no, I haven't been there. I haven't been to Cali in a while. None of us are right. Sure, this is absolutely true. So he said he'd been fundraising for a long time.
I'll tell you this. The school with the smallest budget that I've ever seen run, a regular public school, like a school, the smallest budget I've ever seen is $5 million. So I'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
That's yearly budget. Yeah. Not just one time, but that's a yearly budget.
So I just want to say shout out to Sanko for homeschools because what they build is dope. Some of the students
that's totally different.
No, I just want to send them a shout out because they put the work in, they're operating, and some of the
they do things.
Yeah. All right, so Jamil said it is. It's a museum, a comedy club, and a reality show set. See, I haven't been there. Hey, listen, man.
I'll never know.
It's a space, man. But shout out to everybody, man. Let's get ready to do our Bitcoin giveaway so we can get out of here, man. Last thing I want to end on, man, is just like rest in power to brother Malcolm, man. Everybody, make sure you're doing whatever you can to help someone else. You ain't gotta be big. Just help somebody, man. Oh man, this is our brother right here, man. Brother Ronnie, man. What's really good, man? Blessings to you, brother. Blessings to you, man. The legend, Ronnie Man Hatcher, man. Sending love your way, good brother. We appreciate you pulling up. Always love, always love. So he says that he could have started a homeschool situation line, but it is what it is. Yeah, it definitely is what it is, man. Is Corey going to the FBA Expo in Dallas next week? Yo, Jamil, chill, man.
He wilded out, bro. No, that's going to be a no, sir.
All right, here goes our spiritual leaders pulled up. We are all being programmed with something. People will never behave consistently in a way that's inconsistent with their programming.
Facts.
That's why new information is often rejected because the new software doesn't run on the existing operating system, which is your subconscious.
Facts.
Yes, this is absolutely true, man. But I think that is one of the most
why most people don't change with new information.
That's one of the most inspiring things about Malcolm. And I've said this on several occasions on several platforms in terms of like reading his book as a youngster and just being amazed at how he got new information and was able to change because everyone I'm around, if they believe X,
die on the lie.
They die. Exactly. That's how they are. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, you can get new information and change. But I also start to think like, what does that look like in 2023? Also, rest in power to Jim Brown, who passed away. Also, man, rest in power to Ted Solari. For those in Philadelphia, we know who Ted Solari is, the legendary.
He helped me get in college, man.
Yeah, high school sports writer, man. Shout out to Ted Solari. My name is in the paper.
Ronnie is in the comments too, man. We got to.
That's not fair. I just sent him a shout. I said, man, listen, man, send the blessings to our brother, man, Ronnie, man. Listen, we appreciate you being here, man, and nothing but love to you, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you for showing up, man. We know you're going through a tough time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Love, bro. It's nothing but love from us, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the work you've done and you will continue to do, man.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, you are appreciated, Ronnie, man, because the work you do in the streets inspires us every day. Pastor with the word. The pastor always come through with the word, man. And keep it moving. Got a comment. I'm gonna say this is for Corey. Shout out to Doc Rivers.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, Doc Rivers, man. And Ronnie says that it feels good seeing y'all do the work. Appreciate you, brother. New information can produce change, but the new revelation produces transformation. All right, Pastor. I told you, Pastor, you used to rap before, man. Like,
And a
Pastor,
rapper.
yeah, you definitely was on the smack stage, man. I gotta go check the URL.
Smack!
I gotta go check my URL app. Go back to the history and see if Pastor ever was on the smack stage,
He
man.
was on a
Because
star joint. He was
yeah.
on Big Star.
too raw for the streets.
We were all for the streets. Fun fact: Big Star used to live right next door to me in my dorm.
Shot the Big Star. Yo, people out here making Doc Rivers diss tracks. The funny thing about that diss track though, Don, because I posted on my page a couple days ago, like the day they lost.
That's only a year old.
Yeah, I say that's the funniest thing about. Funny thing about it is that diss track is old. Someone just like it just got
They just pop back
every
up.
time they lose, it pops back up. But that's actually a pretty old joint, man. But yeah, man. So like rest in power to brother Malcolm. This would have been his 98th birthday. Like we said, one of the most inspirational folks in my life in terms of studying, because I've studied the brother, like studied Malcolm Garvey Huey. It's a song, by the way, Shot the Dead Prez. But
Very underrated group.
listen, man, Dead Prez is in my top 5 groups, but that's personal.
Same.
That's personal because like Shot the Stick Man and M1. But anyway, he said my career was like Doc Rivers. I survived off one championship. Not trying to turn this into a sports show. Although shout out to my brothers, War Room Sports. You know what I'm saying? You go to warroomsports.com to get more information about that. But the thing about Doc Rivers, man, is I never was a Doc Rivers fan, man. People used to get mad at me because I felt like Doc was overrated even when he won in Boston because he was getting ready to get fired in Boston before the big 3 came through. People forget about Doc in Orlando. People forget, you know what I'm saying? Like Doc, for him to be
crazy. He won Coach of the Year in both of those places, though. So I'm not going,
not in Orlando.
He did.
I don't remember that one. I gotta look that up. How many? Hold on. I gotta make sure you ain't just making this up, man. Doc Rivers, Coach of the Year, man. When did he win Coach of the Year at Orlando? Because he was terrible.
He won Coach of the Year in Orlando.
Okay, maybe he did. Was that with who?
He had Penny. He had not Penny. He had Tracy McGrady and a half healthy Grant Hill.
Because he never had a winning season. Oh, he had 41 or 41. Yeah, he got fired in 03-04. So, let's see when Doc Rivers won Coach of the Year.
I think it was in that 41-41 season.
Let's see.
They was supposed to be absolute garbito.
All right. What I will tell you is this, though. I ain't looking all this up.
Yeah.
Maybe it was back then. Maybe he did win Coach of the Year, but he was terrible, yo. He got fired in Orlando. Was getting ready to get fired in the Celtics until they made the trade for KG.
Then the Clippers.
The Clippers, he was terrible.
Another team that underachieved for like 8 years in a row.
But hey, listen, he got that one championship. Sometimes that's what makes championship special. Bro. I seen Brett Favre win the championship and then throw interception after interception the rest of his career, but it didn't matter because he got that one chip. So again, not trying to turn it into a sports show. Be healthy. You already know. Shout out to my man Low Deluxe. Come on, what's good? What's up with you? How are you? All right, man. So listen, we getting ready to do our giveaway. I saw Rochelle already put her one in the chat. Tate put her one in the chat. For those that are tuning in for the first time, every Friday we do a Bitcoin giveaway. We give 2 people $25 worth of Bitcoin. So what you have to do is if you want to be put in our random drawing, put a 1 in the chat. We'll put you on our wheel, spin the wheel. If you win, let us know you're still here. Shoot us an inbox and we will get you paid. James Harden is also a choke artist. Yo, James Harden came out today that he's all but signed with Houston, dog.
Oh, man.
Funny thing about that is I wonder what they even want him for.
Good riddance. Not that the Sixers are going to be better without him, but good riddance. The Sixers got an overhaul coming, and they need to get on it.
Doc has celebrated way too many playoff exits, sipping on champagne glasses of sand and gravel. Hey, listen, man. Doc made a nice amount of bread out of this league, and he's still working, man. So shout out to him.
Yeah, he's been in the league for more years than he's been out of the league.
Yeah, as a player and a coach. So
player, TV analyst.
Also, man, sometimes, man, it's just a matter of like, yo, you gotta. I mean, Spurs fans had a good week.
Yeah, throw the ones in the air, y'all. While we talking
Ooh.
about this, throw the ones in the air.
All right, so Tay was the first one. Yeah, young
Yeah.
Wemby. We'll see how Wemby do. I mean, it was
Rochelle,
fixed. It was fixed. It was fixed for Wemby to get the. Who else we got?
Rochelle, Champ, cheating ass Don, Brianna, Samuel, Alyssa, Alisa, Jose, Michelle, Jamil, Dan, Rich, Cookie, LaJoya, my wife using her best friend phone, and Ray.
You said Ray.
Yeah, Ray lead the way.
Okay, let's get it. We're talking
Rochelle will say lead down alone. Don had the cheat code when we first started this joint. Like he could not miss.
that's our guy.
Don won like 7 of the first 10 giveaways we had.
Yo, got his son some bread too. Shout out to Doc. Yo, Doc, that was a pop move. Doc straight gave his kid a big contract.
Cameron on here too.
All right, let's put Cameron in there as well. Make sure we do that. Shout out to Doc for that. Corey, you know, one of the more interesting things about playoff basketball, and so the Heat play this evening.
Chess.
I got to put Chess in too. I love that he's still cheating as Vida. Hey, listen, that's our guy. Satisfying World and Chastity. Remember, if you win, let us know you're still here. I put Chas, make it simple. Let us know you're still here. But Doc Rivers got hurt early in his career, which allowed Spud Webb to start in the NBA. I do remember that too. Back in the day, Glenn Doc Rivers, number 25. They had a squad. They had Doc Rivers, they had Spud Webb, Dominique, Kevin Willis. All right,
they was tough.
Aging myself. But listen though, real quick though, what I was going to tell you, one of the more interesting things about playoff basketball is like how when you lose, they make you go out there and face the media. But it's interesting because during the regular season, so many games happen that it gets to be like just crazy monotonous or whatever. But you can see like the leadership from certain players and certain coaches during these conferences. And I've always found it interesting in sports because I'm like a management nerd. I like to read management books about people and their strategies of leadership. And that's one of the things that, like, when Embiid and them lost and the way he was talking or sulking with his head down, I'm like, dude, like, Sixers need a leader. That's one. But I noticed, like, Giannis, even in loss, the way he carried himself and talked was a little bit different. When I saw Jimmy Butler talk the other night, bro, when he was up there talking, I was ready to lace up right now and go rumble for him. And I don't even like the Heat. Like, but I was like, all right, so I see how his folks play for him because that's the energy he's giving off. But it's a difference. Yeah. You can see leadership, all right, and this kind of goes to business too. Leadership is important, right, as it pertains to companies, as it pertains to you and your family.
Environment.
Leadership is an energy, yo. It's a real energy.
That's what I tell you the most powerful thing in the world is, man. Human energy, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing more powerful. Like we fight over human energy, man.
Yeah.
Butler, that dude.
Yeah, like when he was talking the other night at the press conference, I was like, hold up, like, let's get it. Like, let's go. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know.
He gets cast as a malcontent, but what he really is he's not a person to put up with nobody's BS. And he was in some BS places.
He's nugget tonight. All right, Don. I see Don already got his FanDuel bet in.
Hey, listen.
Tatum going for 40. Let's see what it says on DraftKings. All right, man. Let's get ready. So I'm gonna read the names off. Let us know if after I read these names off, I'm gonna give like 30 seconds that we're gonna spin. I have Tay, Rochelle, Champ, Don, Brianna, Samuel, Alyssa, Jose, Michelle, Jamil, Dan, Rich, Cookie, LaJoya, Ray, Cameron, Satisfying World, and Chaz. Am I missing anyone? Remember, if you win, let us know you're still here. Then shoot myself, Corey, or By the Hood an inbox. Or you can email us, bythehoodllc@gmail.com. Don't forget the LLC, bythehoodllc@gmail. Inbox me at JW the Blueprint on pretty much everything. At By the Hood, Corey's at Above Average Savage. Just make sure you get in touch with us so we can get you paid this evening. We'd like to pay the same evening. So some of y'all folks be trying not to send me a message to the next day, like, send it this evening so we can get you paid. Woo! All right, this one I gotta pull the camera out for this one. Folks either going to be thermometers or thermostats. Leaders are thermostats. You changed it. All right, let me get a picture of this one. I got a whole phone in there, or pass his words, man. Where I just like save his bars for when I want to feel inspired and post it, man. So, Pastor, I'll be stealing your work, man. But I do tag you on Facebook when I post it. All right, Charles. Nobody said nothing, so we're getting ready to spin. Good luck to everyone. Again, make sure to let us know you're still here. We want to get you paid this evening, and we appreciate you guys for the support as always. Shout out to everybody with the super chat that is appreciated as well. But let's get it. Who's the first one? Samuel with the hit. Sam, let us know you here. Let us know you here, Sam. Let us know you here. Let's see if Sam is here, man. Let's see if
And
Sam
the other
is.
one, if he ain't here, we'll spin it again.
Oh, all right. Let's get it. Let's get to the next one. Let's get right to it. The next one is Satisfying World. Satisfying World with the W. Let us know you are still here in the chat. Remember the way you have to Sam is here. You have to let us know you're here. Shoot us a message and get your cash app and we'll give it to you. So Sam is here. Satisfying World was on YouTube. Let's give it a couple minutes to. I know some time to use it. Here we go. Satisfying World is here as well. All right, Satisfying World. You can shoot me an inbox at JW the Blueprint on Twitter, Instagram, even JW the Blueprint on Facebook, or By the Hood at By the Hood, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or shoot us an email bythehoodllc@gmail.com. Want to make sure we get you guys paid this evening. Sam has won before, so Sam, you already know how to get in contact with me. And everybody says congratulations. Roselle says congratulations. Congratulations. A bunch of congrats to everybody. RIP superstar Billy Graham. Wow. I didn't even realize he so I tell you, bro, like growing old, you see like everybody just be like out of here, bro.
Yeah, this is not what they prepare you for everything except see, like I used to watch vampire movies and I'm like, why wouldn't you want to live forever? And now I get why they, when they be in the movies and they be talking about I don't want to live forever because I watched everybody I love die over and over and over again. I get it. All right, now I get it. Like, I mean, I'm old and it's just, it makes sense now. Like when I was a kid, I was like, man, you a sucker.
But I totally get it. But I also believe that like energy lives forever, man. There are people that, have done for me and poured into me that they'll never go because their energy. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't leave, y'all.
Oh, and for those that left, that's on them. All right.
Don't leave.
Pastor said, let's do 5 more, 20 apiece. This is listen, man. This our brother always comes through and gives man, no one gives more than the pastor, man. I don't care what y'all say about pastors, we got a good one. Like we got a good one. So
Heat Ministries.
Yeah, make sure you go support Heat Ministries. Pass is a good brother who wants to. He just send us a bean to do 20. Let's do 5 more. So we gonna spin off 5 more names. Michelle calling him Pastor Claus. He said, "Okay, now Pastor. All right, so let's get these next 5 done. All right, appreciate and love you, Pastor. Let's get to it. By the way, Pastor is one of our partners in the MDC. Shout out to those in the MDC. We got special announcements coming. Before June. We're working on trying to have everything done by the beginning of June, but we are revamping the entire MDC, adding so much value. It's about to be really simple
to go. Damn.
Yeah, what Corey said. Like we are really doing a lot of work, man.
That's
man, just got the cash app. He already, you see that? Bread already came through. Pass already sent the bread through.
Or Beverly's got weed everywhere.
Shout out to our brother Jose. Jose donated last week. This week is past, man. Sowing seeds of abundance. That's right. That's the pass. All right, let's get to it though. Let's spin some names, man. Remember, gotta let us know you're still here. Gotta shoot us a message, and we're gonna get all 7 folks paid out this evening.
Gotta put it back up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gotta share it.
Well, it just hit somebody's name. I don't know who it hit. It's still spinning. All right, that's the first one. Let me write that one down.
Oh, LaJoya.
Let me write that one. That's the first one. We got 4 more. All right, remove her from there. Let's get it.
LaJoya, you won.
Gotta let us know you hear the Joya.
So she'll pop up under Gloria.
Okay.
Jose.
Oh, Jose. Jealous one still envy. All right, let's write Jose down.
Yo, that was a great album.
Oh, it definitely was. Definitely was. All right, let's keep it moving.
That Gloria is LaJoya.
Okay.
Ray.
Ray, let us know you here. I know some folks pulled out when the last one came, so I don't know if everybody's still here.
Is that Donovan? Is that Ray Oh.
Y'all playing with Midjourney. Michelle, yes. I did a little bit, but you know, they put they made it so you gotta pay for everything in Midjourney.
So that's gonna be a no.
What I will tell you though, Michelle, is what I'm going crazy with right now. Ray, lead the way is here. Ray, shoot us a message with your cash tag, and we're going to get you paid out this evening. So I got LaJoya, Jose, who both have won before, so y'all know how to get in touch with me. But Ray, make sure you send me a message. And Michelle, what I was going to tell you is I've been going crazy with Bard. Bard is making it so I'm not using anything else, and I'm going to kind of keep it real with y'all. All right, let's go. We got 2 more folks. Remember, guys, let me know you here. What up, though?
Jamil.
What up, though? Jamil.
What it is, though.
All right. Yo, shout out to everybody who watched Power, man. I finished the Power Books 2 last week, man. Kind of crazy. It says if you rank images, you get free hours. It only takes 20 minutes. Okay. Brianna, listen, people don't even understand. Like, whole other level. The UI is way better. It's just better experience. Yeah. Right now, Michelle, if I gotta be honest, absolutely. It says, I listened to y'all's Wednesday show. You should do a show on it. Yeah, we did do a show on AI a couple weeks ago, but like we didn't do
we didn't specifically dive into it.
All right. Great all right, so we got one more left. So Jamil's still here. We got Ray, Jose, LaJoya. And again, for those that have won before, you already know how to get in contact with me. If you've never won before and you finally won, shoot us an email bythehoodllc@gmail.com or inbox me at JW the Blueprint, right? Corey's at Above Average Savage or at By the Hood. We got one more spin left. Good luck to everybody that's left. And we got to make sure you are still here. Remember, our podcast drops every Wednesday. This past podcast is actually a conversation with myself and my brother Kamari. We had a great conversation about conscious versus capitalism. So that was a great combo. So check that out. But here's the last winner of the evening. Shout out to our brother Pastor. Whoa, Rich.
Richard died trying.
Hey, Rich, let us know you still here, Rich. Yeah, I mean we ain't gonna click off yet till Rich say I'm here. All right, see. The writing on Power was hella sloppy. Too much suspension of disbelief. Yo, Jamil, they lost like they went that far a long time ago. Pastor's hilarious, but yeah, they went too far a long time ago. Pastor said he wants this to be clear with everybody. This ain't the church's money he's giving away. This is Tesla money. My man Pastor is also a master trader. He wants you to know this is not coming from the church. Rich says he wants to pay it forward. So guess what, y'all? We spinning one more. Rich says spin it again. So Rich is giving back his winnings, still right back in the pot. Yo, y'all dope. Let's see. So whoever's still here, listen, more people left. We about to spin one more. So let's get it.
Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Say what?
Uh-oh.
Ah, sweetheart. I knew we spent enough time down to get this job.
Yo, Don, man. Yo, shout out to Don, though. Don got me in his group for black folks that are fire. And I actually enjoy the group. I haven't done any really posting or talking there, but I'll be reading and I'll be in the group, man. And it's definitely dope. Brianna said Don's still cheating. That's right. Don is never gonna stop. Hold on though. Hold on though. Is Don still here? He might have left already.
Yeah, Don be having business to attend
Yeah,
to.
Don, you gotta let us know you're still here. Because if you there you go, there you go, there you go. He's here. He said, I'm back in the game. Don got the algo. Don, shoot me an inbox anyway, man. Just to bring it to the top of my inbox with your cash tag. We're gonna get you all paid this evening. But we appreciate all you guys, man. Rest in power to the legend, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, the great Malcolm X. Today is his birthday. And you know, what a way to celebrate by this giving back to everybody, man. And Pastor, appreciate you as always and love you, good brother. We love how you always help us support the community. You know, just to give away some stuff, man. Ho 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 ho. You gonna be on a Finance Rebel Wednesday, dog. How you gonna go on Kamari's show first, though, bro? What's good with you, man? Why you come at us, man?
You
stop to holler at me, man. Like, what's good, man? Like, what's good? How you gonna go on Kamari's show first, man?
Tell Storch to holler at me, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what's good? Jim Brown, rest in power, Jim. We mentioned him earlier. Rest in power to Jim Brown. You know. But yeah, Don, like so Don, for those that don't know who Don is, make sure you follow Don, man. Don is a great brother, always talking about how to build wealth, you know, within the system and getting those ETFs and those index funds and staying out the way. And, you know, we know the other side of Don too, but we ain't gonna mention that on air. Y'all follow Don, you're gonna know what we talking about. With that being said, everybody will be back here next Friday. Our pod drops on Wednesday. I have no idea what we're going to talk about this week on the pod, but we will have a pod this Wednesday. For those in the MDC, class is Sunday, right? Sunday at 12 noon. We did talk about possibly moving class to Monday. People said like the Monday slot better. So that's something that we are considering moving forward. But this week, I think we're going. I mean, let me check with the fellas. Maybe they want to do Monday again because the folks said they like Monday better than Sunday.
For sure.
But with that being said, y'all, we appreciate you. We love y'all. Please stay safe out there, and we'll check y'all out next week. Have a great weekend, y'all. And please stay safe. Peace.